Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a fantastic video today. I am here in Austin, Texas, in a hotel room, making a video just for you because I love you all so much. Mwah! So, in today's video, we are playing The Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and we are talking about a new build that I just finished leveling up. You're going to get to see it stress tested tonight against this 230 power tile. The new build is basically the evil faction's version of Theoden with the Fallen, okay? Or I should say an evil commander version of Theoden with the Fallen. However, instead of using Fallen, I've used Gothmog. Now, Gothmog is very, very strong. He's one of my favorite commanders in the game. He is one of the strongest Tier 2 commanders in the game. And he's similar to Theoden in that several of his abilities give stacking and multiplying damage potential, okay? So not only does he have plus 60% damage for the first 4 rounds to my orcs and trolls, okay? He has another 15% damage from second in command. He's got more bonus damage from the crippled when he's able to trigger the crippled here and increase his base damage to the maximum output. And then he has some healing as well. So he is nowhere near, let me just get that out of the way. He has nowhere near as much healing potential as Theoden does, but especially with a single target, but he has decent healing, which is better than nothing, as well as the 3 different ways to influence your damage, okay? On top of that, he has fantastic damage reduction abilities, okay? Fantastic plus defense abilities, and he has avoidance, which works very, very well with Retaliate builds, because Retaliate can still strike even after you avoid an attack. So, the goal of running Gothmog with an orc unit, okay, and you previously saw me a few weeks ago just messing around with Reapers. Reapers are fun, but they don't get, they don't have quite as much damage output early on in the fight. And one of my favorite things about Gothmog is he fully supports my philosophy in this universe, which is that the best defense is a good offense, okay? So by maximizing his offensive capabilities in the first 4 rounds of the fight, you are able to put out enormous amount of damage. In addition, there is a new helmet that I really, really like, which I am using. It is called the full helmet, okay? It is a pure might helmet, but the most important part about it is its Inspire trait, as you can see here. The Inspire trait gives me every 2 rounds, one of my units will get plus 30% damage for 1 round. So that's round 1, okay? Then it triggers again round 3, okay? So in the first 4 rounds, while he's dealing plus 60% damage for all of his units that are orcs and trolls, an additional unit will gain this plus 30%. Now, this helmet loses its effectiveness by scale of the economy, okay? The economy of scale will decrease the effectiveness of this helmet. If you have 3 different units in your army, this helmet will only give your army a 10% damage boost. I'm just doing rough math, right? This unit will give your army a 10% damage boost, average throughout the duration of the fight. Since I'm using one unit in my army, this is a 15% damage boost for the duration of the fight, okay? So really, really phenomenal output there, okay? And I actually said that math wrong. It's actually 30% for 1 unit. For 2 units, yep, it's 15, and for 3 units, it's 7.5% damage averaged, okay? So, very, very, very strong helmet for a single unit build like the Theoden Fallen Retaliate or this Gothmog version, okay? Where are we at with the attack? Perfect. We have 28 seconds left to go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a real quick look at the gear that he's using. It's very similar to Theoden's gear. It's the Nightfall. Okay, I have the anti-burn damage chest. And then I have the Palantir of Orthanc, which is going to give my units, for the first 3 rounds, their ability to pursue and punch through enemy avoidance. That will pair very nicely with that helmet and Gothmog's abilities to put out the maximum damage output in the first 4 rounds. Kill as many of the enemy as I can, move on with my life. Right. Okay. Well, good. This was a good test for Gothmog. Okay. So, Gothmog's damage output was significantly higher than Khaldun's. Khaldun was running some taunt trolls, which probably absorbed a lot of damage. And Khaldun, as you already know, has massive damage reduction abilities here, right? We've got the Marshal of the East Mark. He actually isn't running all of his defensive capabilities here. So let's see how this played out. Let's see how this battle actually landed up where it is, okay? Line by line report. So this is an anti-cavalry build. This guy is going to go in there and punch Rohan in the face because his Warg Riders, the Raiders, will get 20% bonus damage to mounted, plus the helmet, plus the rank 5 talent tree. Should be a lot of damage output. So here we go. Okay. Morgul Lieutenant's active, Second in Command's active. This is basically plus 75% damage for the first 4 rounds before it reduces down to 15. Okay. Then I've got the helmet, which is going to trigger in just a minute here. Okay, so Khaldun does punch my poor Raiders here and reduce their overall damage by 20%. That's a big deal. So Khaldun's Easterling ability has reduced the Raiders' damage by 20%. All right, let's see how the first attack looks. So this is a single attack against the Mountain Trolls for 9,200 damage. Gothmog will apply his helmet later in the fight because he's faster, he's slower than the Raiders. Here you can see the counterattack from the Raiders for 7,700. I clicked the wrong button. You can see the counterattack there was pretty nice. Okay, so we have 2 counterattacks here. We have the counterattack on the Raiders for 77, and then a counterattack on the Mountain Trolls for 8,000. Okay, so the next counterattack against the Raiders should deal more damage than 7,700. Okay, there's the Dragoons. Now they are taking 8659 damage instead of 7,700. Very nice. Okay. Big damage. Look at that. Big damage output from the auto attack. So just to put it in perspective, here in round 2, the Raiders have now dealt 86, right? Plus 14, 4. So let's just call that 23,000 plus another 10,000. So the Raiders have dealt 33,000 damage there in round 2. Going into round 3 here, let's see what their damage output in round 3 is. Okay. Okay. Oh, the Raiders are maddened. They are maddened by the something that okay, Khaldun has hysteria. So he's maddening my Raiders. They're not going to auto attack. All right. So here in round 3, we've only got these 2 counterattacks here, okay, for a total of about 14,000 damage. Then here in round 4 should be the final plunge of Gothmog's massive damage boost. Okay, let's see where that ends up. So here we have the Raiders counterattacking for 8k. Very nice. The Raiders are now stunned from Khaldun's quick stand. So big damage mitigation from Khaldun just because of his stuns and his madness on my poor units here. They were still able to get a counterattack off. So here in round 4, we've got 86 plus 8. Okay. So a total of about 16,500 damage. Now here in round 5, let's see what that damage actually looks like without the boosted damage, okay? So here in round 5, yes, the Raiders' damage has decreased. We're at 4,300 there, and we're down to 5,000 here, okay? So, long story short, interesting fight overall. This build might not be super duper powerful after the 4th round. That's for sure. The damage output significantly decreased. So it's something to consider as I continue to revamp this build. The thing about the Theoden Fallen build is he keeps his damage output for the entire fight. In fact, his damage increases from rounds 1 to 2 as his Rohorm stacks up. So, is Gothmog with Tier 3 Raiders as strong as Theoden with Fallen? The answer to that is absolutely not. Is it an interesting build that can probably counter some pure cavalry, probably could counter a Theoden build or other pure cavalry madness-based builds, like a Sauron running full cavalry? Since the Raiders don't care about madness or stun to do their auto attack, to do their Retaliate attack, I think he could be potentially a decent build against those commanders, okay? So, I love you all a long time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a similar version of this video using Sharku once I get him leveled up, because he is anti-madness, a little bit less damage output than Gothmog, but anti-madness for his units as well as a madness debuff for the enemy. I think he'll have an interesting Retaliate build as well, okay? So, love you a long time. Randy out.